Dear participants, dear Secretary Torres, dear Commissioner, dear members of the SEMIC community, I am very pleased to be again at our signature event on the Semantic Interoperability, the 2023 edition of the SEMIC conference. So much has been said already. I hope I don't repeat, but I just want to emphasize some key points from our perspective. But first of all, my heartfelt thanks to the Spanish Presidency for co-organising this conference with us. Our teams have been collaborating actively on all aspects of this event over the past months, and I think you can see that in terms of the preparations for the event, the workshops yesterday, all geared so that we can today discuss, exchange, learn, and get inspired about public sector interoperability in the age of artificial intelligence. We have heard from Commissioner Hahn that the timing is right, and indeed, we need to accelerate the digital transformation of government through interoperability, but at the same time, demonstrate how AI can foster interoperability among public organisations. Let me take this idea further. AI and interoperability are game changers for the next phase of public administration's digital transformation. The first report on the state of the digital decade indicates that we all need to step up our efforts in order to meet the target of 100% of online key public services by 2030. AI and interoperability can help close the gap between cross-border and national users of digital public services, as only a fraction of digital public services are available for cross-border use at the moment. The availability of large amounts of data, combined with the current wave of emerging digital technologies, such as AI, indeed creates the momentum for a new type of data-driven government transformation. It can help public administrations improve their decision-making, make public services more personalised, and optimise internal processes. Last year's Digital Economy and Society Index indicates that while the rollout of basic digital public services is progressing steadily, the availability of more advanced public services that make use of innovative digital technologies such as AI still requires significant investment. We are therefore pleased to have examples being showcased at this conference, such as Leos, the open source software for editing legislation, the Sortis project, which looks into standardized regulatory reporting formats as a prerequisite for automation, or SETA, the AI-powered semantic text analyzer tool. I also need to mention the recently launched Public Sector Tech Watch, an observatory hosting hundreds of use cases, discussions, workshops, and communities around emerging technologies, including AI, in the public sector. At the same time, however, the public sector needs to lead by example in implementing ethical, user-centric, AI-enabled solutions in line with our EU values and principles. It needs to recognise and appropriately mitigate the risks to ensure trust in AI-enabled applications. The AI Act will provide the main guidance for this, and I am pleased to say that the Commission's AI Action Plan will build on the AI Act's principles and will pave the way for corporate AI solutions. Interoperability is another important game changer for the next phase of the public sector's digital transformation. We need to ensure that digital public services are not only available online, but that these services are also accessible to citizens of any member state without discrimination. And these services should also be fully aligned with EU values and principles, such as the once-only principle and user centricity, striving for personalised and eventually proactive public services that work seamlessly across borders. Interoperability is a key enabler in this endeavour, and that's why the Commission has proposed the Interoperable Europe Act to help the EU and Member States deliver better key public services interoperable to citizens, by default to citizens and businesses. Through its structured cooperation framework and common reusable interoperability solutions, the Act paves the way towards an interoperable by design approach to policy making and implementation in the Union. It will help the interoperability of data, which is a necessary ingredient to AI-enabled solutions. And at the conference, you will hear about interoperability within and between data spaces, more and more facilitated by AI. And as the Commissioner said, we hope to have political agreement on the Interoperable Europe Act by the end of the year, and we're very much appreciative of the Spanish Presidency for their work in helping guide the discussions on the Act. We're very grateful to the work of the Swedish Presidency beforehand, and we're looking forward to the Belgians hopefully finalising the adoption of the Interoperable Europe Act during their presidency. I would also like to mention the study of the Joint Research Centre, which analysed how artificial intelligence can foster greater interoperability across all its layers, but most prominently in semantic interoperability. By the way, recognising the role of accessible, interoperable, secure and high-quality data, the Commission's data strategy also created a future-proof data governance that fosters data sharing, the need to share it principle, as we like to refer to it. We also promote a whole-of-government approach, breaking silos and supporting the Commission's digital transformation from policy design to implementation and monitoring. And this is why our own Commission's recent digital strategy envisages a next-generation digital commission, where we move from IT to digital transformation, from digital skills to digital culture, and from technology as a service provider to digitalisation and digital-ready policy making. So I'm really pleased, therefore, that this year's SEMIC conference brings together AI and interoperability. These two enablers will be key in making European public administrations truly fit for the digital age. And I heard some of the feedback from the workshops yesterday that we really are beginning to bring the IT technology specialists together with the policymakers, and I think this is only going to bring wonderful results for the future. So, I would say to you, make best use of this conference, which I hope will inspire you further. I want you to know that this conference is the result of a very collaborative context, together with many different services of the European Commission, many of whom are represented here, the Member States' efforts, as well as with the active SEMIC community. Collaboration is key, and therefore I'm really happy to see so many of the key stakeholders here physically together in Madrid and also online. I want to thank you for your continuous efforts, and I'm looking forward to today's discussions. Thank you very much. Thank you.